So now what am I up to? Well, this Ender E3Max belongs to a friend of mine from the 3DP Rescue group. I've done a few bits on it in the past and helped him sort some stuff. And now he's ready to upgrade the main board and hook it up to Pi so he can use OctoPi, Octoprint, whichever you want to call it, and send prints remotely and monitor it via a camera and all that sort of thing. So he's entrusted it to me to do the work, and what we're going to do is the control box is going, the stock board is going. Across here will be fitting my custom case design as two panels that just lift off. That way you can access your control board this side, your Pi and your buck converter here. I do not like turning printers upside down, so I designed it specifically so you spin a few thumb wheels out and you're straight in. He's brought over a Pi 4, which will be mounted here somewhere, obviously without this case, and also my go-to board for most printers I have, unless I have a specific need for something else. This is a Big Tree Tech Mini E3 V3 board. I like these because they're similar price to the Creality boards, but you know what you're getting. You haven't got to dig right deep into it to figure out which version you've got, what memory size, what chip, whether they've monkeyed about with something else on the board. And all the resources for this are easily found on GitHub. And the other advantage is with these boards you've got 3 controllable fans. So you don't have your hot end fan running all the time, and you don't have your case fan running all the time. Set the firmware up right, and when the printer's cold and it's not doing anything, it idles silent. And that, for me, having a lot of printers in the room, makes a huge difference. So we'll be getting this board over here, Pi over here, a few other bits and bobs. I'm going to fit a overhead LED that downlights this, tidy up the wiring, and then sort out an up-to-date firmware for it. So what I will do is record bits of it. I'll either do one long video or most likely several different updates as I go. And that's one of my many projects. I don't take a penny for doing this. I'm happy to help out fellow printers. Our ethos at 3DP Rescue is we never ask for or take money in return for helping people. I enjoy the tinkering, and for me it's nice to have a printer arrive like this, help a friend out, and know that they've got a far better functioning printer at the end of it. So my first step is, before I do anything to it, I want to know it's fully working as is, because the last thing I want to do is start pulling bits out, power it up, and something isn't right, because then if I haven't checked it first, obviously I don't know if it's something I've done or if the printer arrived with a fault. So if I find any problems, I'll fix those first, obviously. So we're going to power it up. There we go, that's a good sign. So there we go, straight away we've got the thing that annoys me. I lean in a bit. There you go, you've got fans whirring. That's the case fan under here is running full tilt, and the hot end fan is running. You don't realise how annoying that is until you've got several printers in the room, and one by one you swap out to another board and that sound goes away. And then when you've got one printer left that makes this noise, it suddenly sounds an awful lot louder. So we have power. Screen's on. Should be able to home it. I haven't homed this yet, so I've just got my hand on the power switch just in case. Shouldn't be a problem, because this is one of our 3DP Rescue firmwares that I ran up for this model. So Should be fine, but always have your hand on the power switch just in case. Okay, yeah, so we know that's good. Let's raise that well up out of the way. And while it's doing that, double check our temperatures. Yeah, we're reading 25 on the bed, 24 on the nozzle. So I know both our thermistors are okay. And now if we go into temperature, let's bring the nozzle up to 100. And the bed to 60. Yeah, I'm already seeing a temperature increase on the nozzle. On the bed. I'll just get my thermometer. Okay, the bed's reading 30. And we're getting 29 on the gun. So I know that's heating. And I can feel the warmth starting to come through. Okay, so let's cool the bed down. Bring the nozzle up to printing temperature. So we're going to come up to 220. When it hits 220, I'm just going to push a bit of filament. I want to see a little bit of filament come out the nozzle, and there's a bit left in here, so I can pull that out anyway. We've got a rattle from something that's loose. Oh, it's the CR Touch. The first batches of the CR Touch were prone to this rattling noise. When they fixed it, they kind of lined the duct it comes through with, I think, a bit of silicone or some sort of tubing so it doesn't rattle. Doesn't really bother me because it only happens while it's printing, so it's making other noise. But when you've got it doing that because the printer's just idling and the fans are running, that's a lot more annoying. I have seen mods where you can have a little bit that just touches the pin like that just to stop the rattling. But newer ones, they did fix this issue. Right, we're coming up to temperature, so let's just disable the steppers. And now with a bit of luck, we should be able to push some filament through. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so now the nozzle's getting hot. Come on. So that filament back out now. Okay. So just a quick 5-minute check. But now I know when I'm working on this, I'm starting with everything that's checkable working. I'm going to cool that back down. And then as I've got time, I will gradually strip out the old board, sort out all the wiring, drop in the new case, the new board, the new pie, and get it all sorted out. So I shall stop this video for now and just record bits as I go.